All right, folks, here it is. We're starting, this will be like hour 20 of this run, spread out over, like 2 weeks we've been working on this. So, let's do a recap here. Let's get caught up on how we ended up here. So we started with the percolator copied with blueprints and brainstorm so that we can, get negative copies of plutonium, a bunch of negative copies of Pluto, because we can use the observatory for scoring. And so for a long time, this was our main scoring plan. For like 30 antes, we were scoring with only observatory, allowing us to use all of our joker slots for money. We did the mail-in rebate money for a little while, and then we found a negative ticket, golden ticket negative, and so we started shifting to that. We filled up the deck using we used DNA first. DNA to get us from 40 cards up to 100 cards, and then we switched to the burglar. Burglar gives us extra hands. With more hands, we can play more cards and we can get more ticket money. We use Sock and Buskin to re-trigger our gold cards, all of these gold red seal cards, and because we had the showman, we were able to find another copy of Sock and Buskin in the shop. This copy happened to be negative. Also another ticket that also happened to be negative. So we were doing that for money for a while. Other random negatives sort of mixed in here. For example, we've got the negative troubadour. Negative troubadour extra hand size then enables us to use extra ectoplasm. And the ticket, natural negative, Sock and Buskin, natural negative, ticket again, natural negative, troubadour, natural negative. This rebate also natural negative. We got all these natural negatives, but the two blueprints and then also Perkeo, these three, we used ectoplasm. So if we go to the log here, ectoplasm, first one is -3 hand size, second one's -2, third one's -3 hand size. A total of -6. And then the next one would be -4, but we ended up not being able to take it. Let's see here. Now, we reach high enough here, ante 36, we reach high enough to where the plutonium isn't enough on its own. And so for additional scoring help, we've got a copy of the Baron here, and we got a copy of the Mime. We managed to turn polychrome using Wheel of Fortune. So, currently our plan is we always fight the Serpent boss. We only have a couple antes left, so we've got ante 36, 37, 38. That's it. We can beat 36, we can beat 37, we can beat 38. We do that by re-rolling for the Serpent boss, and then when you're fighting the Serpent, then the extra hands from the burglar allows you to draw extra cards. You play one, you draw 3. You play one, you draw 3. And fill up your hand and then win with the Mime and the Baron. Alright, so the long-term plan, we want to get our high card as high as possible. That was always the goal from the beginning, and we've already reached 1472 high card with an additional 540 copies of Pluto upstairs. So already over 2,000. Let's see how much further we can push this. Some sub goals that we have, so some minor goals that we have for the next couple of rounds here. We want to get the Constellation. If we get Constellation, we can try to get as much X mult on Constellation as possible. So a reminder here, Constellation, that's the one where you get X mult for every planet card that you use. So we find Constellation first, and then we use 500 Pluto cards. That's the plan. And potentially also some planet cards from the shop could also be possible. The record, by the way, the record by Lucanator is 100, x 100. To get 100, you need 1,000 planet cards. So we need, in addition to the 540 that we have upstairs, we need to find another 500 planet cards if we want to get the record, the Constellation record. That's what's at stake. Also, there is a record for, the most expensive reroll that you've ever seen. I want to try to get to $500 rerolls. Have you ever seen $500 rerolls? In order to do $500 rerolls, you need $125,000. And so we have in the bank here $113,000. we have earned from just the ticket, from just the golden ticket, $516,000. So we've earned $500,000 already, and we spent most of it. We spent like $400,000 just re-rolling for plutonium. The showman allowing us to find the Pluto cards in the shop, even though we're holding on to Pluto cards. And what I want to do is I want to try to save up to 125,000 for the final shop, and then in the final shop pick up that constellation. Okay, let's start by, for this shopping phase, let's go ahead and use the plutonium here. We will make sure that we copy the percolator and go next. All right, here, Celestial Pack looking for plutonium. Arcana Pack looking for money. Nope, we can skip. And I said I want to try to save up to $125,000 so that we can get the $500 rerolls. In order to do that, we can still reroll a few times, because a few rerolls, on average is going to give us more money than we spend if we hit Hermit or if we hit Temperance. Also, we can get a few extra Pluto cards in the shop. But maybe we don't want to spend too much just to be safe. We can't use the wheel anymore because we already have Holographic Baron. We already have, foil and foil here. Unfortunate. We had an Ectoplasm. I wanted to get an Ectoplasm, the -4 hand size Ectoplasm, but we already had the additions on our Jokers, and so we weren't able to use the Ectoplasm. It was very sad. We don't need death right now anymore. A couple more Pluto cards here. I haven't 100% decided how much I want to spend on rerolls. I just know that I want to spend a little bit. Maybe we'll go to $20 rerolls. That makes things a little bit faster here. Maybe we go one more. There's a constellation. Yeah, for folks wondering, we have a few quality of life mods, such as the mod that reduces the animations, and another mod that gives us more speed here. But otherwise, the gameplay is vanilla gameplay. Also, we are playing on a random seed this whole time, so if you're interested in kind of the long journey that we took getting here, all of the footage, the whole run is available on the Balatro University YouTube. Now, do we pick up Constellation now? And if we do, what do we get rid of? Nasty says yes. Nasty says Constellation now. Nasty says get rid of Murphys. Get rid of, it's not Murphy actually, it's Chip. You want to get rid of the Showman? Okay, what happens if we get rid of the Showman? If we get rid of the Showman, then there's no more plutonium in the shop until we get to the point where we use the plutonium. But maybe that's okay. Maybe we don't re-roll yet. Maybe we save all of our re-roll money for the final shop. Yeah, maybe we do that. CC, thank you for the 3 months. Also, Avoy, thank you for the Prime sub. And Shapen, thank you for the Prime sub. Also, CC, welcome back. Okay, if we take let's do it. So, Showman, out of here. Constellation, in. Start leveling up. Goodbye, Chip. It's been quite the ride. Oh yeah, since we're, got the animation canceling, we can't see the level ups here. Yeah. let's use the plutonium here. Also, for folks who haven't seen it before, we have this blue button. It says mass use. It will instantaneously use all of the plutonium that we have. Kurglo says we could do flush 5s now. No. I'll show you why. So let's make sure that we copy the percolator and go next. Okay, in order to, we want to re-roll for the serpent. It's in here. Oh, also, you know, other random negatives that we got. We've got negative trousers. We've got the swashbuckler. Swashbuckler's plus 158 because we also have negative gift card. We've got the hiker we've had for a couple rounds now. We got the running man. We got golden here giving us $4 every round. We've had a couple of others along the way. All right, so we got the serpent. E249 we can't do, so we skip to the boss. Okay, we can take 2 levels here for our constellation. Orbital tag for flushes, I guess. Now, before we start the boss here, we want to make sure that we copy the burglar for the extra hands. Okay, we know from, you know, a little bit of science from before, you know, previously we know we need to get up to 12 cards in hand, 12 cards in hand in order to win. So what we're going to do here, we're going to earn some money first. Okay, so we copy the ticket with our brainstorm and we copy the suck and buskin here with 2 blueprints. And then that way we can earn a little bit of money. If we just play the high card here, we can demonstrate that it's not enough. So E205, this is, we're not copying Mime and we're not copying Baron. So, you know, already E205. We can play high card again. Takes us up to 10 cards in hand. We don't need this many blue ones, so let's go ahead and play another blue one. We only need 1 blue one because we have the mime. Okay, now that we have 12 cards in hand, every time you play 3, you redraw 3. So we can play maybe these 3 and then get money. You know, still looking to make even more money with the ticket. One, 2, 3, ship it. Keep all the shiny ones, keep all the juicy ones in hand. By the way, this is what the deck looks like. We got a couple shiny ones here. We split them up. We got diamonds, we got hearts, we got spades, so that we can avoid playing the flush 5. All right, 1, 2, 3. At least this part is pretty straightforward, pretty easy, right? You just play 3 and then draw 3. Keep 1 blue in hand. Keep all the shiny ones in hand. I don't have to think too hard anymore. Are we gonna get to 120,000? I'm starting to get a little bit concerned about it. I feel like we're not making as much money as I want. That's always true every time, not making as much money as I would like. 1, 2, 3. Ship it. Okay, and now for the, for my last trick here, for the final hand, here's how we want to organize things. We want to go copy the mime with the brainstorm, and we'll get Sock My Buskin out of the way. We'll put the Baron here, and then that way we could go blueprint, 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 Baron. That's 4 Barons. And then with the mime being copied with the brainstorm, we've got 1, 2. The card itself is 3, and the red seal makes it 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4 times 4 activations of the Baron. That's it. Make sure let's play the high card here. And since we haven't done it in a while, let's go ahead and do this. Let's turn the animations back on, and then go ahead and ship it. Let's make sure this is the Baron is here with the blueprints. We've got the mime here for the brainstorm. Do a little wiggling. Oh yeah, after the fact, at the end of the round you do get the extra gold money from the mime, and then also the blue seal here. So let's move the Baron out of the way, and then now all of these are copying the mime. Blueprints copying brainstorm, brainstorm copying the mime after they're done dancing. Ozlik asks, why are we up in the corner today? Because people wanted to see the bottom corner. People wanted to be able to see the deck. So we're up in the upper left today. Digital Hobo didn't even notice. Should have flipped the tassel? Drizzle, unfortunately I'm not an artist. I don't have that technology. Mr. Melma asks, why are the planets giving us molt? We have a voucher, the upgraded telescope observatory voucher. Observatory voucher gives us X molt for all of our planet cards. You know, if you haven't seen it before, that's what's happening. Okay, there we go. We got the E61. Kai, surprised that the run is still going? I'm surprised that the run is still going. You know, I want to be able to move on and do other things too. Alright, let's make sure we now want to copy the percolator. And, okay, so we scored E261 there. If we go into the shop, in the shop we've got E268. And so basically the idea is each additional card that we hold in our hand is in the ballpark of like E5. So if we hold 2 additional cards, if we go up to hand size 14, we'll be able to score, you know, E270, no problem. Well, assuming that we, you know, fight the serpent and fill up our hand. All right, here we want to reroll a little bit so that we can level up our constellation a little bit. So we'll go ahead and I guess we can open the Celestial pack. I guess we can hold on to the plutonium upstairs. in case we get a fool. We will do a little bit of re-rolling here. Maybe if we get a temperance, it'll pay for the re-rolls. You know, leveling up the constellation, that's going to be its own task. It's going to be like 30 minutes of just the planet cards. I apologize in advance. Hazardous monster asks, what are we saving our money for? I want to try to get a very expensive reroll. I want to try to get up to a $500 reroll. So I'm gonna try not to spend it all right now. Scrubbers asks, what's the constellation world record? It's something like 100, 105, requiring 1,000 planet cards to get there. We're currently at 4.6 out of 100. Alright, we pick up Todd here. Welcome to the team. Michelle here as well. I haven't seen a temperance in a minute. Bummer. You know, of course, we can always use the Tarot Tycoon and get extra tarot cards in the shop, but you know, there would be less planets for our constellation. If the goal is to level up constellation as much as possible, then I don't actually care what planet cards in the shop. I will accept any planet cards in the shop. The Showman, Chip came back around. I think I'm gonna roll the 20 bucks. Random guess said if only constellation was retroactive. Yeah, it'd be quite high here. 1487. High card. Erythra asks, how much does constellation help with scoring in the end? If we get it up to times 10 is E1, right? If we get it up to times 100, which is the record, then that'll be E2. Try a wheel. Ah, foiled again. Drizzle approves $20 reroll. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And we'll just keep saving for Ante 39. Alright, we copy the percolator here. We got the brainstorms in the correct position. Let's go next. 557 upstairs. To re-roll the serpent, you know, it takes about $300 on average, maybe $350. Which is not free, by the way, but you know, we do what we got to do to survive. Nice. And now we just skip to the boss. Let's make sure we copy the burglar. And we want to copy the ticket. We want to copy where's Sakma Buskin over here so that we can get the money. The goal, we said we want to hit 14 cards in hand. So let's go ahead and play this one. We can turn the animation skip back on and ship it. Uh, 10 cards in hand, 12, and then 14. There we go. That's it. And then we play them 3 at a time. Ozlik asks, what would the optimal score be if we didn't have the serpent? Like, how badly will we be losing? I think we got up to something like E220, maybe? 230, maybe? Hello, Magoo, welcome back. E209? Yeah, maybe E209, but we also have more plutonium than we had, you know, moments ago. Demonic Giraffe asks, why are we playing the blue seals? Because we have the mime re-triggers the blue seal, and so with just one blue seal in our hand, we already get the 3 Pluto cards. So we only need 1. I want to keep the red seal ones in hand because they, you know, give us more score, if that's something that we need. Demonic Giraffe says it's less money when we play the blue ones. That's true, that's fair. It's not that much less, but it is less. 1, 2, 3, ship it. Okay. Now, for the final hand here, we go copy the mine with the brainstorm, and we go 3 copies Baron. Okay. Sorry, Nasty asks, what's going on here with the... It's a little bit the lag. I don't think it's a bug with the animation canceling. I think it's just laggy, maybe? I don't know. Let's see here. We can get away with playing the blue one, or do we play the polychrome one? I guess we'll play the blue one. Yeah. Let's see here. We're copying the Baron, copying the mime, ship it, and then move the Baron out of the way so we can copy the mime. E274. I should hold on to some Pluto cards in case we get a fool. Alright, now we need 288. So how do we get there from 274? That was, we just did 14 cards in hand, so maybe 17 cards. Or, you know, let's call it 18 just to be safe. Demonic Giraffe wants a ectoplasm from a spectral pack. We can't do it because we don't have any room. We don't have any jokers to use it on. All of our jokers have editions. We can't even use a wheel here. Lava says check the packs. We will. Yeah. Giraffe says, time to get a fresh one. Oh, you want a fresh copy of Blueprint? You want a fresh copy of Brainstorm? We no longer have the Showman technology, so we actually can't find any more duplicates in the shop. Ozlik wants us to use the plutonium. We use it all, and then that way we can find more plutonium in the shop. Potato asks, what's the reason for buying the planets? We said we want to get our constellation as big as possible. So currently it's at 7.6. The world record is 100x. Nice and easy 100x. Alright, Emperor gives us a Death card and a Sun. Neither of those that we need. We have a Temperance, nice. License guy asks, how many world records does this run have? This one run, how many records do we have? All of them. Name a record. Demonic Giraffe, you haven't seen a full skip run? 8 antes and 8 rounds? Full skip? We've done it before. If you look us up on YouTube, the video is called Low Percent. Introduction to Low Percent. We played not just 8 antes, but we only played 9 cards in the whole run. If that's a thing that you're interested in. Alright, here we got another Temperance for 50 bucks. Sure, why not? Do another 50. Fool for Temperance. I'm actually going to use the Fool for Plutonium, of course. Get our high card. We already have 1491. Let's see if we can go just a little bit higher. Let's try an Emperor. Emperor gives us another Fool, so I want to grab this Pluto card. It's impossible. We can't do it. Can we do it? No, that's a negative one. No. The Priestess is in the way. What if I grab him from this direction? What if I grab him over here? No, that doesn't help. Did we have it? Did we not have it? Right there. No, wait. Well, alright, let's do this. Let's move the Fool out of the way. Use the Plutonium here. And let's try to... We can grab the Fool. That's easy, I think. You just gotta grab the Fool. Alright. Alright, Fool gives us the Plutonium. Priestess gives us 2 random planets for our constellation. Alright, let's copy the percolator here and we'll go next. Okay, reroll the boss. That was easy. Okay, let's copy the burglar. We can open Spectral Pack. Spectral Pack gives us Cryptid or Talisman. Maybe, I guess, we'll make more of these shiny ones. Doesn't matter super much. Negative tag here? Sure, why not? Alright, we're copying the burglar. I'd like to go 18 cards in hand. So let's... Ticket goes here. Sock My Buskin goes here between the blueprints. So we go 2 copies, Sock My Buskin. We got ticket here. We've got extra ticket here. Let's play them one at a time. Ship it. Demonic Giraffe asks, has all Jokers in one run been achieved yet? I don't think so. It's pretty tough to, in order to get all the legendary Jokers, you need to have 5 soul cards, which is kind of tough to do. You know, like imagine how many runs you've played that haven't had a soul card at all, and then imagine trying to get 5 in the same run, right? Oh, you're not counting the legendaries? Yeah, it's been done. Lava says 5 souls is possible. It is. It is possible. Wait, we got too many cards in hand. So let's go down. Let's play 4 at a time. One, two, three, 4. Mume Live asks, what happens if you open a 6th soul card? You get Jimbo. You get the basic Joker, is what happens. If you didn't know, now you know. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so we got 18 cards in hand, so we can start playing 3 at a time. There is something specific that's taking a long time. Oh, it's the Baron. When we ship it, the Baron has to do a little bit of thinking. That's why there's a delay. Which, you know, makes sense. Splatter Proto asks, can soul spawn negatives? It can. There's actually a seed where you get 2 souls and both of them are negative. One of them is negative per KO and the other one's negative tree belay. Alright, we have this blue one, but it's polychrome. 1, 2, 3. Alright, for our final hand, for our last trick, let's... Baron goes here with the blueprints. 3 blueprints on Baron. We've got the Mime goes here with the Brainstorm. Okay, I'm gonna play the polychrome one and ship it. If we did this correctly, it should be E300 or E like 295 without being, yeah. Nan Inf is 308. Nice. Okay. Now, this is our last shop. We're in ante 39, and so, you know, the next ante, the scoring requirements, if we go to the shop, it says not a number. So we can no longer survive. We can no longer score. Okay, so what are we trying to do now? We're trying to get our constellation as big as possible, and we're trying to get our rerolls as many as possible. Digital Hobo asks, are we going to do the mass use? Are we going to push the blue button? I think we are. So let's do this. Let's normal speed here and animation canceling off. Okay, so we've got, you know, before we do it, here's 1493. 1493 on the high card. Okay, so here's our constellation in the front here. You know, we can use one at a time. That's what it looks like. Here's another one. Here's another one. Okay, you ready for the, here comes the blue button. Are you ready? That's it. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. Okay, it took a second. Okay, but now level 2055 high card. And 66.8 on the constellation. Oh, it's going. I'm not even doing anything now. So yeah, the constellation, the world record is Lucinator has 100, like 105, I want to say, x 100. So that's what we're trying to do. Constellation's doing a little dance. Can we still take actions? Oh, I can't do it. Oh, okay, hold on. I'll wait. We'll wait. Let them cook. WinCap says it has to do it 400 times. Not 400 times. 600 times. This is the limit we've reached with our ticket. $524,000 with the ticket money. And we got an extra 10,000 over here. $500,000 money, level 2000 hand. That's what we wanted, yeah. Oh, but there's more. We're gonna do the constellation. Maximum reroll price record. Presumably, whoever got the most money, and I think it's, you know, like $130,000 or whatever, presumably they also did the big rerolls. So we don't have $130,000 anymore, we only have $123,000. But we can still get a pretty high cost reroll if that's something that you want. Oh, we did it. Okay, so we can go a little bit faster now. Turn up the speed, turn on the animation canceling. I still want to try to get my high card as high as possible, or should we be trying to go for temperance? Here's what I want to do. I want to, if we hold on to these 3 planet cards, I think, hey look, we got a negative tag. Yeah, I think we can get more plutonium this way if we hold on to some planets. Let's see here. Here's the goal. The goal is, you know, we want to get to 100. That means we got to use 1,000 planet cards total. We got to use 400 more, 300 more, one at a time. This might take a while. Alright, we can make room for the Emperor. Give me money. Nope. Buy it all. Aw, man. Oh look, I can mass use. could also add cards to the deck if we wanted to. Negative Astronomer, that'd be cool. Just like Astronomer in general, that could be cool. Hey, there's Michelle. Too bad we don't... that's okay. We use this one, we hold on to the Fool. Scrubbers asks, can we give up a slot for Chaos so we get the free roll? That would be incredibly powerful. I am interested in doing that. Alright, keep your eye out if you see the clown. I want to open these Arcana packs at some point. What did I learn from this run? I learned that the Observatory is particularly potent. What's really cool about the Observatory is, well, like normally you use multiple Joker slots for scoring, right? Like use a Joker slot for Baron and Mime, which is a little bit expensive in terms of Joker slots. But like with the Observatory, that's it. It's just one and done. You don't need any Jokers for scoring if you have the Observatory. And so you can use all of your Joker slots for Blueprints and Brainstorms. Blueprints and Brainstorms that can generate more money for you. So like that's very powerful. That's how we were able to earn as much money as we did, is because the Observatory was doing the scoring for us. We didn't need the Baron and the Mime. Like Baron and Mime combined, that takes up 2 Joker slots. Right. So if you wanted to, you know, try to get the most money yourself, or if you want to try to get a lot of money yourself, I would recommend that. I would recommend going for the Observatory, early Observatory. Secondarily, another thing that we learned, or at least the thing that we forgot, is when you're holding on to all of the planet cards, 100% of the planet cards, like you have negative copies of them, then the default planet card is Pluto. And so if you actually wanted to get a high level Pluto, or a high level high card, what you should do is you should just get 1 copy of every planet, which is not what we did. You know, I wasn't thinking that far ahead. Of course, you want the Observatory to... you want the Observatory with the Pluto cards. So you kind of have to get 1 copy of each planet, but then, you know, a bunch of copies of Pluto, which, you know, is a little bit more annoying to balance. But then what that means is then we don't have to use a Joker slot on the Showman. Though maybe the Joker slot that we used for the Showman was worth it, because the Showman allowed us to get, you know, a second negative ticket, allowed us to get a negative Sock and Buskin, which we wouldn't have seen otherwise. So I think there's still some merits to having the Showman, especially if you have this much reroll money. Wilkie asks, we finally got constellation. We did, yeah. Currently 80 on the constellation. Trying to get to 100. World record is 100. Oh, someone said there was an astronomer. I honestly wasn't paying attention. I only see planets right now, which is maybe a problem. Maybe I should be paying more attention to the jokers. I mean, at the end of the day, most of our money is being spent on rerolls, not being spent on the planet cards. So maybe the astronomer doesn't actually help that much. Though, you know, the other jokers that we have aren't really doing anything either. So might as well be astronomer. Wombat Bro asks, if we play this as a seeded run and scattered out, do we think we could do much better? Yeah, so one thing that you can do on seeded runs, if there's a negative tag, if there's a skip tag, it's a negative tag. What you can do is you can scout out the shops and you can re-roll, you know, a certain number of times so that I know what the next joker is going to be, and then when I take the negative skip tag, it'll put the negative on that next joker. And so, you know, if there's a blueprint or a brainstorm in the shop, or, you know, whatever kind of useful or relevant negative, you can make it negative, guaranteed. So if this run has like 4 or 5 negative tags, all of those negative tags could be blueprints if you wanted. Also, there's like, you know, a couple of invisible jokers that we used. And so, you know, if you're doing a scouted run, you know how many Wheel of Fortune you need to use before it'll hit. So then you can plan out, you know, getting the additions on the correct jokers so that you have negatives from your ectoplasms on the correct jokers. Those sorts of things. Invisible joker copying the correct jokers. You have control over that. I think I'm going to pick up Zeno here. You know, we play high card a couple of times. Maybe we can get even higher level high card. Let's go ahead and... we don't need this Baron anymore, right? Get out of here. Get Zeno in here. Kurglow's on the lookout for oops. Yeah, oops. Or another astronomer. I know we rolled past it the first time, but you know, technically it does help. Astronomer could be worth like 500 bucks, maybe. Already up to 85 X-Molt on the constellation. A little bit rounding error, it looks like. Oh, Chaos the Clown for the free roll? Yeah. Expel Sword asks, is Oops All Sixes compatible with Blueprint? It's not. Frequently asked question. You know, frequent, you know, common misconception. It's not. See, I like that. I like that Expel Sword. Expel Sword asks like, oh, is it compatible? You know? Whereas like other people, the way they ask the same question is like, oh, why didn't you copy oops with your blueprint? You could do so much better if you copied your oops. It's like, well, you know, I've played this game for 1,400 hours, and in 1,400 hours I figured out you actually can't copy oops, turns out. Bummer. Alright, Daniel asks, when do you decide to stop re-rolling? We don't stop re-rolling. Sleepy, not 4,000 hours, 1,400 hours. 10,000 down. You know, once we get up to $300 rerolls, the money will go quite quickly. Finale at last. Free at last, Drizzle. Alright, let's open up the Arcana packs. Talisman? Nope. Talisman again. Wheel? Nope. Alright, there we go. We got it out of the way. Magoo asks, how many hours did we spend on just this run? I think we're up to like 21 hours for just this run. Spread out over 2 weeks. I mean, you can see stuff like this, you know, buying all the planet cards, it takes time. And this is with, you know, 32 times speed or whatever. And this is also with, you know, we did the animation acceleration, you know, skipping the animations, all the money animations. Skizzle asks, how do we save multiple runs? I have multiple profiles. I also make backups of my save files. Just copy and paste. Yeah, usually, you know, at the time, whatever kind of YouTube video comes out, or you know, whatever kind of stream happens, usually I've got 2 or 3 projects in the background that I'm saving for later. Still cooking on. Kevin Chow asks, record for the longest run, like, you know, just in terms of number of hours. I think other people have spent longer time, maybe. Definitely, you know, when it comes to like set seed, you know, seeded runs, people have spent a lot of time on one run. I mean, part of why it takes a long time is I do, you know, at least in the first 5 hours or whatever, spend a lot of time explaining what's going on, explaining what I'm thinking. So like talking rather than necessarily taking game actions the whole time. Almost 95 on the consolation. Bor. Hello. First time chatter. Kurglow's asking, how does judgment work? Wait, what do you mean? Okay, if you hold on a copy, if you have all common jokers, will judgment only give you uncommons? Or will it give you default Jimbo? Judgment will... So the way that jokers are generated, either by judgment or by the shop, it generates rarity first, and then gives you an appropriate joker of that rarity. So first it'll decide, is the next joker supposed to be common or uncommon or rare? Okay, and then after it's decided that, then okay, let's say it's supposed to be common, but you already have all of the commons, then you'll get Jimbo. That's when you get Jimbo. Daniel says burnt joker. We can't get burnt joker because we have burglar. Burglar takes away our discards. Yeah, no problem. Daniel, don't worry about it. We got a lot going on, so it's easy to, you know, forget about anything. Wombat wants to know, what's our high card level at? Hey, there's an astronomer. 2093. Alright, we can swap out the mime, pick up the astronomer. Boom. Astronomer is gonna save us like 500 bucks, right? Alright, still looking for oops. Let's do this. Let's make room for the Emperor first. Okay, use the plutonium priestess, maybe more plutonium? Nope, okay. Kai asks, what would we replace if we did get the 6s? What would we replace? We would replace astronomer. Currently, astronomer is giving us, you know, a few extra bucks here, which is nice, but could be better. Digital Hobo asked, do we have mime? We had a mime, but we used it, or we sold it. Lava says, there's no way there hasn't been a single clown, hasn't been a single free roll in the shop. Yeah, it happens sometimes. I mean, there's a lot of commons, and most of the cards in the shop right now are just, you know, planet cards. Demonic Giraffe asks, 6s via Showman is better than a blueprint. That's true. If we had a Showman and we used it to get 2 copies of Oops All 6s, that would be better than a Showman. It's close. And maybe some things to consider is like, if you have Blueprint, Blueprint copies Burglar for extra hands and also copies the Spaceman. It does both. But Oops gives you twice as many levels. At the end of the day, it's 2 times. So Ricochet asks, what's the percentage of getting a negative? So in the shop, every shop slot individually is 20 out of 28. 20 out of 28 probability to be a joker each slot. And if it is a joker, then every joker has a 0.3%. So it's like 1/3% chance of being negative. Same probability for polychrome, unless you have the glow up voucher, which makes, you know, polychrome more often. Kevin Chow asks, that needs a buff, doesn't it? Negatives more common than they are? Nah, I think that's perfect. I think less than 1% is correct. I think you maybe don't respect how many jokers you see in a run. Oh, will you look at that? Oops. Alright, we got Constellation 102. I'm going to go a little bit higher than 102. But I am going to now, I suppose, get rid of this Astronomer. Let's see if we can get a Showman. Maybe with Showman we can try to get more Oops. Use the plutonium first. Natural negative shows up in 8 antes. I would say on average a natural negative shows up about once every 20 antes. So like 1 every 3 runs. 1 every 2.5 runs you get a negative. And I think that's like a perfectly reasonable amount. I think if you got any more than that, it would be way less special. Like the difference between 0.3% and 0.6% It sounds like, oh, that's not very much, 0.6% or whatever. No, that's twice as many negatives. Is a lot more. Kai says it would be cool if there was a voucher that gave you, higher chance for negatives. I think that would be an exciting thing. I think that would cause you some excitement, perhaps, but I don't think that's a healthy thing to have, necessarily. It's like, oh yeah, it'd be more exciting if everyone started out with $500. Like, yeah, that would be exciting. You could do a lot with that, but it would get old. If you make it too easy, it gets stale pretty fast. This is like when a new game comes out, once a modding happens, this is like one of the first types of mods that starts out. People always want to make the rebalancing mod. Oh, I'm gonna rebalance the game, make it more balanced. And really it's just, I'm gonna make the game easier. It's just a cheat mod. Ricochet, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I think this is also like a thing that people get wrong when they're making content mods for the game, where they like add new stuff, new jokers and stuff like that, new mechanics and stuff like that. Then again, themselves not being necessarily the best game designers. Not the most balanced additions to the game. Hey, wait a second. That's illegal. Wait a second. Also, we got 109 on the Constellation. We got the hold the phone. We got the Brainstorm here. We got Brainstorm here. We don't have a showman. There's no showman in here. That's not supposed to happen. What the heck? Nasty says it's a bug. Oh wait, Nasty, tell me more. I've seen this before. This happened to me before. Super rare bug in the game. Alright, tell us more. Nasty knows. Nasty's always under the hood tinkering. Wait, not sure what causes it? Well, that's the only thing I care about is what causes it. If you don't know what causes it, then what good are you? Warrants more investigating. That's the second time that's happened to me. I think it happened to me in Anti-39 before also. Maybe it's something related to Anti-39. Also, Bequinster, thank you for the 3 months in advance. See, look at that. We're already down to $97,000. Kirklo says, alright, First question about the bug is, what caused it? Second question is, how do we abuse it? Hey, look, there's a campfire. You want to see how big we can get the campfire? I'll do it. It'll cost us some plutonium, but I'll do it. I don't know, is Cece still here? It'll make the run take even longer. Alright, well, how are we at with the constellation? 112? 112 on the constellation? Alright, we'll do both of them. Alright, everybody hold on to your butts. Do we want to do constellation or do we want to do campfire? Which one's more impressive? Campfire probably more impressive, right? Have we sent a message with the constellation? Yeah, Nasty or Audrizzle, can we do a poll? Is that allowed? Poll for, should we go campfire maxing or should we go constellation maxing? We already have the record for constellation, but we could go even further. I'm gonna keep spending until we resolve this. Kurglo says campfire. Let the constellation record stay beatable. Ah, give them a chance. Give them a fighting chance. Can I check out the... Constellation's still in the lead. I mean, we could still do this. We can still do one at a time. Astronomer campfire combo. Let's see here. We got 2126 on the high card. Don't think we're getting far with the campfire. Daniel, are you a doubter? Are you doubting me? Looks like the constellation won. My God, is that tedious. People only want, I mean, we already have the record though. If you want to get hologram, there's a better way to do it. Yeah, cryptid. All right. We have $267 rerolls. Can someone look up what is the record? What is the record for campfire? Hold on. I need this information. $185? Is that before the nerf? I feel like that's pre-nerf. Alright, 185, that's Constellation, 120, that's 1200 planet cards. Get rid of Tarot Tycoon for the lulz? Nah. Let's go. I'm gonna take so many game actions. Oh, use the plutonium. This will help me keep track better. Look, we're already up to 7 times 7. This will help me keep track of what's in the shop. Obelisk, nice. We're never gonna have this much money ever again. So, you know, enjoy it while it lasts. No space, my butt. Alright, where are we at? 13 times 13 already? This is gonna affect our ability to reroll if we're spending all the money. Hey, look, it's the green Joker again. Oh, this is going to annihilate my wrist. Oh. Greatness at any cost. Hey, we only have $80,000 left. Go team. Trading card? Okay, trade in the trading card for gelato. All right, 21 on the on the campfire. Ooh. Okay. One more plutonium. By the way, update. 2136 on the high card. All right. Is it Gamba time? Are we gamba on whether or not we're going to get there with the campfire? Because I think we're going to get there. Random guest is a believer. Yeah, Audrey will go ahead and set it up. I expect it'll be quite one-sided. But you never know. You know, there's always a chance to steal some channel points from people who who don't know what's going on. Money going fast now? Yeah, kinda. See, I told you, once we get to $300 rerolls, it goes pretty quickly. If we wanted, we could pick up the Tarot Tycoon, and then it would be, you know, tarot cards in the shop. It would be cheaper than Jokers. Marginally. Whoa. Coriander Salamander, you missed the big blue button. We did, we pushed the button, we used all the plutonium. The game got weird for a second. Oh, you're afraid if we put the campfire here, you're afraid I'm gonna, you know, when I'm clicking things and I'm selling things, you're afraid I'm gonna sell it? You want me to move the campfire? You don't like it being in the front here? We got the free roll! That's huge. That's actually huge. That's $300. Actually, that's $500. Maybe we should hold on to common Jokers so that we could get more free rolls. Oh, we can spin the wheel. Ah, bummer. Never lucky. Oh, we get to do the Emperor. Hey, look, it's Jimbo. Down to 70,000. Whoa. Level 2147 high card. Hologram, get out of here. We got the free roll again. It's free. I'm clicking as fast as I can. I'm sorry. Yes, Mia, we use the plutonium. Now we're gonna get the biggest campfire. Oh, is another free roll. Don't mind if I didgeridoo. Fool for plutonium? Huge. Okay. 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 62. I don't think we're gonna make it. I don't think we're gonna make it. Also, I'm curious to know if the record was set before or after the nerf, because, you know, the number was changed to half, right? Five, 4. So 5.4 is after the patch, right? I don't know how long it's been. Because there was a vampire record like before the patch. The vampire also got changed, right? Patch was 5.1, okay. About halfway there. This feels like when I was speedrunning earlier. Yeah, by the way, for folks who you know, haven't had a chance to see it and, you know, maybe would want to see it later, I did some speedruns today. So a couple, you know, new YouTube videos, speedrun videos. We did 3 decks in a row, averaging less than 8 minutes per deck. So 23 minutes for 3 decks. One of them on gold stake in 7 minutes. If that's a thing that you want to check out later. Balatro University on YouTube. I guess, like, maybe you already know. It's Balatro University. Okay. We've spent half the money. $57,000 to go. But our rerolls cost 340 or 360. Drizzle went to let the dogs out and got a slice of cake. Missed $20,000. I mean, I said it would go quickly. Well, more quickly. You know, our stats at the end, it's going to show us how many purchases we made too. Something I noticed when I was doing the speed runs is it looks really slow to me when I was like watching the footage back when I was watching myself play. It looked really slow, but when I'm playing it, it feels really fast. And so I think like the difference there is a lot of the time I'm waiting on the game. I'm waiting on the game to, you know, complete the animations or whatever it is. And so like I'm constantly spamming the left click button, waiting on the game. Like you ship a hand and then you're waiting for it to score. You're waiting for all your money to collect. $0.06. Wyatt asks, if you want to get a good speed run, if you want to get a quick run, is it influenced by having good skip tags? Yeah, that can be definitely very helpful. You know, if there's a skip for 40 bucks, then it's like, oh, okay, well then that's a round that I don't have to play. You know, or you get a holographic or, you know, polychrome skip, foil skip. Though, I guess for the runs that I did, I did some restarting. I did some re-rolling in order to have like a strong start to where I knew that I could do it. And so like there's a little bit of restarting for a foil tag or for holographic in Ante 1. You know, because those additions are very, very strong to start. But then like beyond that point, then there aren't really that many skips worth taking after that. Except for, you know, you wait until you get to Ante 7 or Ante 8. And it's like, okay, well now I know how much I'm scoring. I know how much I need. I know that I can win. Now I skip even though it's no value to skip. Also, I did 3 decks in 23 minutes. And so, you know, there's a limited amount of re-rolling that you could do. You kind of just have to take it as it comes. So there was a lot of luck involved as well in the speed runs. And when I say like a lot of luck, if you haven't seen the footage yet, if you haven't seen the videos yet, maybe, you know, you don't appreciate how much luck. It was pretty crazy lucky. Yeah, maybe slightly different from my other videos. There's no audio, because I was just like playing fast and I didn't know, you know, if it would be the one or if it would not be the one, so I didn't record any commentary. I just played as fast as I could. Alright, I'm gonna try my best not to check the campfire until we run out of money. And then that way it'll be a little bit of a surprise. Hey, look, we got a double tag. Okay, we got $400 rerolls, 43,000 in the bank. I need to stretch. My wrist does actually hurt pretty bad. Hold on. Everybody stretch. Yeah, not just me. Everybody. Okay. Okay, we're back. Sorry, Kurgler, what was the advice? I'm clicking and I'm not really reading the chat too much. Zim Zamington asks, where did the stream start this time? Sell all consumables at once. Buy all consumables at once. Less movement. The reason why I'm doing it this way, by holding on to planets, I'm still trying to get more copies of plutonium. I know there's like a lot of back and forth of the mouse, you know, and that's a little bit hard on the wrist, but it's worth it for the extra plutonium. I did see that advice. Oops. Oh, so you're saying here after we re-roll, we can sell all these and then buy all these. That works. Oh, that messes with my brain. I'm so used to doing I'm in too deep. I can't, if I switch it up now, I'm gonna make a mistake. I'm gonna accidentally click on the campfire this way. Oh, my neck hurts too. I'm leaning in, I'm locked in. Turns out your arm is connected to your neck a little bit.
Ah. All right. We gotta go one more. Okay, 2174 on the high card. Mia says we're doing Indian food tonight. That sounds good. I want that. Oh, we sell 3, we buy 3. For folks who missed it, we got up to 120 on the constellation. All right, so you're saying these are expensive enough that we can just sell them? Mia wants to know what the fortune teller's at. It's something like 1280, I want to say. We can look in the collection real fast. Fortune teller is here, 1370. My bad, 1371. You know, we could have had that hallucination when we opened the booster packs. Probably should have planned ahead for that. I always forget that when I'm re-roll maxing. Only $20,000 left. $449 re-rolls. That's huge. Can we get another clown? Can we get another free roll? Star and... Hey, would you look at that? It's an astronomer. We can do the astronomer now. Whoa. Goodbye, astronomer. Oh, I almost pushed the go next button. That would be bad. $464 rerolls. Professional Hummus asks, how's your wrist? Thanks for asking. It's been better. I've changed the position, and so now the pain is in a different place. That's what I was able to figure out. Now it's in my neck instead. Duckles asked, what did we get up to money-wise? $208,000. Give me one more clown. Give me one more free roll. Seeing a lot of hallucination. Sell all. Purchase. Reload. Okay. I haven't seen that many judgment actually. Sun. Monster Hunter says 13 more rerolls? Maybe. We're definitely close to it. 486. Oh, give me one more freebie. Okay, so 488, we can reroll like 10 more times. It's a showman. Showman trying to get what? Trying to get 6s? That would be absurd. Do we sell the showman? We keep the showman. Alright, we ditch the showman. Antoine, thank you for the tier 1. We don't have that many more. Yeah, we got the showman this time. Alright, give me the clown. Bummer. I don't think we're gonna make it. Oh, that helps. That's huge. That's a $500 bill. Alright, give me one more. Okay, we get 2 more rerolls. So, 2 more rerolls. Should we hold on to plutonium? That way we have something to percolate. Fine. We'll hold. Does temperance help me get another reroll? Maybe. Ah, bummer. Okay. Greedy, goodbye. Marble, goodbye. Sock my buskin? You can hang out. Todd, goodbye. Pants, goodbye. Swashbuckler? Something like 200 or something. Alright, get out of here. Running Man, 10 bucks, get out of here. Gift card, 12 bucks. Total value added, 5,551. Oh, that's counting all the plutonium that we had? Get out of here. Hiker, get out of here. Golden. Troubadour. I guess we still hold on to the Troubadour for the extra hand size. Maybe we don't need the hand size anymore. If we're just going to play high card. We don't need the ticket. Or the rebate, sorry. I just want to go one more. Bummer. 2 more clowns. Alright, let's get percolating. Kurgla says voucher? Sure, why not? That's what it looks like. Level 2202 high card. If we go next, we get a few more. We can skip for $1,449. $6,000. We could go one more. Let's see here. You want to mass use the plutonium? $22.08. You want to re-roll the boss? What flavor boss you want? How about we'll do the serpent one last time. Where is it? Oh, there was a wall. There's a serpent. Campfire. Campfire is at 207.25. All in one shop. Let's copy the burglar. 20 hands. Oh, we don't copy the ticket anymore. $524,000 on the ticket. Let's copy the spaceman. It's time. Play the high card. Okay, you know what, let's do this. Let's go 32 times. Zeno, take us to the moon. Dang, that's a lot of levels up. Do you see that? Lucy, you made it in time for the end. You're about to see the high level high card. You're about to see it. This was an absolute marathon. This was a slog. This was great teamwork, everyone. Yeah, great teamwork, everyone. I want to thank the whole team for being here. Even if you weren't here the whole time, even if you're here for just, you know, part of it, you know, one of the streams or whatever, or even just like seeing it later and commenting on the YouTubes, I want to thank everyone for being here, hanging out with us. Folks who are wondering why we aren't copying the sixes with the blueprints and the brainstorm, I appreciate you as well. Thank you for being here. All right, here we go. This is regular speed, 2261. We've got $524,368 dues, plus an extra 11,000 from the other ticket. 571 planet cards. Well, I guess just, you know, generic consumable cards from the percolator. We got the 207.5. We could go a little bit higher with the campfire. We don't need to sock my buskin anymore. We could get rid of the ticket. Burglar's done his job. 1,185 hands from the burglar. Campfire 208.5. Close it out with the spaceman, the man who started it all. Ship it. Whoop. That's it. 2264 on the high card. We scored almost as high as possible. We almost got 305 would have been the highest we could do without getting Nan-Inf. We could have scored Nan-Inf, of course, but we chose not to. That's it, team. We did it. We played 1,145 five-of-a-kinds. We've played 6,400 cards total. 4,000 purchases, 7,000 rerolls. Week-long hiatus. Nah. Now we gotta do it again, but with Chiclet.